As a matter of fact, yesterday I followed this particular conversation from my DJ Sticker, who also saw it somewhere, captured shots for us to also follow. I've read some exchange of words between you and David Oscar. You've explained some one or two to him, but then for the sake of radio and the fact that we have also played this song and we're struggling to understand it, what is the meaning of this your song, Toto?
The word is Toto. The Toto is an Ewe word, which means hot afternoon.
Hot afternoon.
I think I heard somebody in the studio say what they know is Indokuchu.
Mm-hmm.
The person should be disowned by the region because they don't know their roots. Now, Indo is not sun. Indo Kuchu, which is afternoon, references a time of day. The word sun is Ewe. So where sun sets in the Ewe land is called Rejapa. When the sun comes out, it is called where the sun sets is Retodofe. Where the sun comes out is Rejapa. Okay? Now, the severity of sunshine for very deep people who grew up in the Ewe land, your parents will say Retoto. So Retoto describes the severity of a scorching sun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if somebody wants to say afternoon, who is not deep Ewe, the person will say Indokuchu. But Indokuchu is like a time of day where the sun is shining, because the sun can shine in the morning, but you cannot say Indokuchu. So Indokuchu technically means midday, somewhere thereabout.
Mm-hmm.
So it references time. But Retoto is the severity of the scorching sun. I'm trying to make this clarity. Now, for purposes of marketing, my creative designer did an artwork that has the Toto, but a bag with a zip in the middle, because we know that people are engaged visually.
Mm-hmm.
So we engage people visually. We release a record that talks about hustling and saying that God bless all of us, so that metaphorically we don't hustle in harsh conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And Yetoto is hot sunshine representing that. But as an artist, I also know that I live in a country where a cross section of the people, when they hear that word, they'll think something different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is good for the record. But if you're a proper Ewe, and everybody can go to my page and see David Sky of CTFM, who is in London, he explained it carefully. So if you don't understand, it's because you don't know the word. But it is not profane. And if any Ewe will explain the first lyrics and the second, which I did in Pidgin, for people to understand, you hear me say, what we go do? Money no day. So we just search up every corner every day. The hustle no easy, so not for them run. It no be easy on the blazing sun. Boys know they hold. We for make do. God for bless we away. God for bless we. Make we stop the hustle no for Toto. So I don't know how somebody like David Oscar, who brought his reggae songs to my house for approval, thinks that he knows better than me.
I see. Now, Edem, do you speak a little bit of Ghana?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My wife is gone.
Oh,
so
great.
I have no choice, or else she would divorce me.
Great. So whilst in your studio creatively thinking about the hot sun, the way we are hustling under it, did you also consider it that somewhere it might create confusion? Did it ever cross your mind to start with?
Sami, I don't have to consider that, because making another language overpower me is taking my power away from me. A language is what people have. It's an identity of a people. So I can't let anybody's language define how I see mine. We have to get that clear. And I'm telling people that anybody who is trying to do that is trying to imprison people tribalistically. Because you are telling them that how you understand the language is how they should see it. That is totally wrong. Because there's a Nigerian song called there's a song where the Nigerians sing, "Oh Mukulu, oh Mukeke." You know that song?
Yeah, I know that song.
If I tell you the meaning of that in Ewe, any Ewe in the studio will tell you that when somebody in the Ewe land say, "Oh Mukulu," it means to have sex. But it was played on Ghana radio because the people in the Accra and the Ashanti side don't understand it, right? But in the Volta region, that is how people perceive it. But you can't use that to impose on people. Because in the Volta region, pounded okra stew, they say Fetri Toto is very normal. So I can say I'm going to take away that word and its power because certain people perceive it differently. And that is the position we are as the people in the country, where we try to impose what we think is what is the way of things onto other people who are smaller units who are trying to push an agenda. And it is bogus, and that is why I had a problem with what David said. Because this is my language. You don't have to tell me because a certain group of people hear it differently, so it makes it profane. No. It has to be understood in my language.
I see. But then were you also being marketable by employing these words because, it will add up to this, it will add up to that, and there will be that understanding elsewhere, which will also bring some business?
Okay, so when you create, for me as an artist, coming from where I come from, the first thing is I make sure the song is dope. Now, if anybody would take their mind off anything, that song is a super dope record.
Yeah,
timing,
that's true.
Style, precision, the melody, everything. And so first, the song has to be dope before people even enjoy. So you don't go about thinking about what it has to do. Well, when you are done doing the song, you can sit back and say, okay, these people will take it, because you have a team. You are analyzing. These people will take it like this, these people will take it like this, but this is the reality of the song. This is how to give it mileage. Yes, but during creativity, you just want to do a dope song.
Okay, now Edem, let's move away from the song and let's go back to the creative designs once again. The clutch, as the ladies call it, the one you used. Again, visually, does it also give you another picture? Apart from the fact that you are talking about hustle and the fact that the clutch is empty, does it give you another pictorial thing?
No, we have seen a popular picture on social media where somebody buried their head reading a book. And when you post it, people actually think that it's a woman on a man's lap. I'm sure you've seen that picture.
Yes, I have.
Because we have to also understand that social media is visually driven. And so my creative team will always want to engage people first before anything. But he engaged people that when they look deeper, they see the art to it that we are hustling to make money. This is a bag with a zip. But obviously, we know when people see anything red, where their dirty mind goes to is where it goes to, because that's how they've been raised their whole lives. That is how somebody can see a carrot that has one leg crossing each other and they think it's a woman and they post it on social media.
Okay. Now, there is also this argument, Edem, that in the song, as much as we are all hustling we are all hustling under the sun, aka the Toto, you only said boys they hustle for the Toto. You never mentioned girls too they hustle for the Toto. And maybe that is where the argument is coming in.
No, you see, what I put out is a literary piece. People have every right to analyze it. It's like when you and I go and read Things Fall Apart and they tell us to write what we think. People are going to have different angles. I don't have to mention women to go away from it, because even in the Bible, when God is speaking to both men and women, he speaks to men. When you see the Bible speak to everybody, most of the time the reference is what? A male reference. It has nothing to do with having to push it. And the word is not there. Toto is a here. It's X and E. It's a here, Toto. And so I am not going to sit and let anybody impose their language on us. No, radio has to play it, TV has to play it because it's a language of a group of people who are also Ghanaians.
Exactly.
And this is very important if we are going to foster unity in diversity.
I see. Edem, I'm sure we will not bother you more since you're on your way to go shoot a video. We want to say thank you so much for taking time to explain this to us. Maybe when we meet in the studio, we'll even talk about it more. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.